Hello everyone, it's Sarah from TheBlinkinBean, and today I would like to share one of our collections that are available on our Etsy shop. It's called the Silver Shoes collection, and it features these cute little clay ponies. These have all been hand sculpted by myself, and it's quite a new collection. All the ponies that I'm going to show you are all from this year. This one's Goldilocks. She's the first pony to be created as part of the Silver Shoes collection. She's this nice yellow colour with a cream coloured tail and mane. And I've given her some plaits and some pink bows, and she has 4 silver shoes, just like all of the ponies that you'll see, and that's obviously where the name Silver Shoes has come from. So that's Goldilocks. Next pony is called Moon. As you can see, Moon is a nice green with a blue tail and mane. Their eyes are made of glass beads, so they're nice and shiny. And I've given Moon some shimmer on his nose. It's his silver shoes. He's also got this shimmery moon shape on his bum, which is where he gets his name. Do excuse the noise from upstairs. But this is Moon. He's a bit chunkier than Goldilocks. Because they're individually crafted by hand, you can't really be consistent with size, so you'll see as I go through the collection, you'll see that they do vary slightly. Some are a bit bigger, some are a bit smaller. Our next pony is Candy. Like Goldilocks, Candy is this lovely yellow, but she has a pink tail and mane, and in her tail I've done a twist effect. She's also got this silver bow, so silver shoes too. Pink nose. It's quite hard to make the horses that stand because the clay is very soft to work with, so when you're making a horse to stand, you have to reinforce the legs with wire so they don't bend when you bake them. So she took a bit longer to make, but she's quite sweet. That's Candy, horse number 3. This one's a bit different. We have a donkey. This is Mr. Sparkles. He's tiny. He's the smallest one so far. There are smaller, you'll see them a bit later in the video. So Mr. Sparkles is grey, but I don't know if you can see from where you are, but he does have a sparkly coat. I've given him a sparkly nose too, and of course the silver shoes. But he's the only donkey in the collection, so he's the odd one out. But yeah, that's Mr. Sparkles. My next pony is called Calliope. Here she is. So Calliope is brown and white, and I used a nice caramel coloured brown and a creamy white. And in her tail and mane I've given her some braids, but I've done them brown and white so they look a bit different and so they stand out. And she also has two little butterflies, one on her head and one on her hoof. Of course the silver shoes. That's Calliope. This pony is called Emma. She was actually named after one of my nieces. I based her on a Shire horse. You can see she's got the fluffy feet. So she's dark brown with a black tail and mane and a nice shiny red bow on her tail. She also has a plait. She looks very chilled. So that's Emma. My next pony is also named after one of my nieces, Holly. She is a bay pony, so she's brown with black points, so on her nose and on her feet. And I've given her this wild looking black tail and mane and a nice red rosette. I think she's got quite a sweet little face, this one. But that's Holly. Quite cheeky looking. This pony is Daisy. She's also named after one of my nieces. I have 4 nieces in total. I haven't actually made a pony named after my 4th niece yet, so I'll need to do that so she's not left out. But Daisy is brown and white with these tiny clay daisies to decorate her tail. She's got her silver shoes like the rest. Like Emma, she's looks quite chilled, laying down. That's Daisy. All of these ponies are available to purchase on my Etsy store, TheBlinkinBean, if you see any that you like. Our next pony is Splash. Splash is actually based on a pony that I learnt to ride as a child. I think he was actually the first pony that I rode as a child, and I remember him still. So he's brown and white, or what they'd call skewbald, with a black tail and mane and some white detail there in his mane, just like the real Splash. He's also got this nice blue rosette. These silver shoes too. But he's quite sweet. So there is Splash. This pony is actually one of my favourites. This is Pearl. You can probably see how she got her name. This isn't a real pearl, this is actually clay, which I've given a pearl effect. So she is this lovely shimmery looking pinky white with a pink tail and mane, and she's quite small. She's about the same size as Mr. Sparkles the donkey. But she's sweet. Quite girly looking. And that's Pearl. Next up we have Zana. Zana is also based on a real horse. She was actually a horse that I loaned back when I was in my early 20s, so quite a while ago. So she's this lovely creamy white, or in horse terms she'd be called grey, for anyone watching who knows their horse colours. And she has this nice garland of flowers just round her head. I haven't given her any plaits or any other detail. I thought the garland was enough. But there is Zana. My next pony is called Rosiah. The name Rosiah is actually taken from a real horse that I knew, although the real Rosiah was actually grey, not chestnut like this one. She's one of the bigger ponies. She's probably the biggest actually that I've made so far. And she's got this red and pink rosette, which I think is quite a nice detail. and in the later models I started to add this SS for silver shoes, which is incidentally my initials too, which works out. Giving her a bit of shading round her nose to make her muzzle look more realistic. That's Rosaya. Next we have a miniature pony. This is Petal. I've only made 2 miniature ponies so far. If I get Zana, you can see the comparison in size. So these are about half the size. They're actually half the price too, or just over half the price. So Petal has got this braid in her mane and 2 little blue flowers and some tiny silver horseshoes. It was actually very difficult to make the shoes for these because they're so small, but I got there. So that's Petal. This is the other miniature pony. This is Autumn. Autumn is chestnut with a flaxen tail and mane, and she's got these 3 autumn leaves on her head, which is where she gets her name. Tiny hooves. The miniature ponies are actually harder to make because they're so small. A lot more delicate, harder to do the fine details when they're this small. But she is sweet. This is Pinkie. As you can see, she is a rocking horse, and yes, she actually rocks. So as her name suggests, she is pink with this lovely creamy tail and mane with a braid. Of course, I couldn't put the silver shoes on her feet, so I've just added one just on the bottom. Pinkie has only recently been made, so she isn't actually on the shop yet. She will be going on very soon. I think she'd make a lovely gift for a nursery or a very young child, but as an ornament. That's one thing I have to say. Although these are very appealing to children because they're cute, they are collectible pieces, they're not toys. I mean, they're fairly robust. They don't easily break, but they can break because they are clay. They're not solid plastic. So just something to keep in mind if you were thinking of purchasing one of these. But that's Pinkie, and she will be going on the shop very soon. And last up, we have a giraffe. Not a pony, a giraffe. This is Joey. Joey is actually a custom order, so he isn't available to purchase. But I thought I'd show you him anyway, as he is a Silver Shoes member. So he has this cute little red and white spotted necktie or bandana, I'm not sure what you call it. And I did originally put silver shoes on him, but they didn't look right. I think because giraffes don't wear shoes, so I just put a little silver shoe on his bum instead, so he can still call himself a Silver Shoes. I will be making more giraffes to go onto the shop. I'll also be making zebras at some point. It's just been quite busy being on top of Christmas with orders, but hopefully in the new year I can get some more creations underway. But here's the last one. I did actually have another pony to show you, but she has just been sold and she is now packed in a box ready to be posted. So instead of 17 that I planned to show you, it was just 16, but you know, 16, it's a nice collection, I think. So these are all available on my Etsy shop, The Blinking Bean. You can find us on Etsy, so if any of these, bar Joey and Pinkie, have taken your fancy today, do check us out. I'll put the link in the description below. All of our Silver Shoes come with a certificate. This is Joey's, and it tells you their name and the date that they were actually created or finished. Many of them do take a period of days to make, so this will be the date that they were actually completed. So that's Joey's. But that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of our collections. And again, do check out our shop on Etsy. Have a nice evening.